Okay, imagine this. You're on what you've called your last vacation before, a big life change like a new baby arriving.
Hmm.
And the travel day's been rough. Maybe you were late for the flight. One of the kids had this like epic nosebleed on the plane. You're just
Totally
stressed.
relatable travel chaos. Yeah.
Yes. So you just want to catch your breath. You stop, grab some food, try to regroup. Then you walk back to the car, ready to finally head to your hotel, maybe relax.
All right.
And you find the car windows totally busted in, your stuff gone.
Wow.
That's pretty much exactly what happened to Sadie Robertson and Christian Huff in Atlanta recently. And this incident, it's not just another celebrity news blip. It really opens up this whole deep dive into how crime impacts public figures on a really human level.
It really does. And that's exactly what we're getting into today.
Hmm.
We've gone through a whole stack of sources, news reports, yeah, but also some really personal social media posts, that kind of thing, to get past just the headlines, the initial shock. Our whole mission here is to pull out the specific details, the surprising facts sometimes, and just the raw human responses to these kinds of violations.
Yeah, what it actually feels like.
Exactly. We want to show you the emotional side, the resilience too, actually, and what these stories tell us about being vulnerable, even when you're in the public eye.
So let's start right there with Sadie's story because it really sets the scene. She and Christian, expecting baby number 3.
Yeah, the last vacation.
Right. She actually detailed how chaotic it was leading up. They were a little late getting to the airport. Then their daughter Haven had the biggest nosebleed, her words, on the actual flight.
Oh, man.
So by the time they landed, they were like completely frazzled. They decided to stop at a restaurant just to take a breath. You know that feeling?
Oh, absolutely. That exhaustion after travel, which just makes what happened next even more, well, jarring.
Totally.
Because that moment of trying to find some calm, it just got completely shattered. To go back to the rental car, windows completely busted in, backpack stolen from inside. And it's the specific items that really make you pause.
Yeah.
All the family passports, Christian's actual driver's license, all his credit cards, and his Bible, one he apparently had forever.
Oh, wow. The Bible, too.
Yeah. So it's way beyond just the cash value, isn't it? It's that violation of things that are personal, maybe irreplaceable. That's what really stings.
Exactly. And you could feel that emotional weight for Sadie. She talked about being sad, knowing the thieves could see they were stealing from a family with kids.
Because of the stuff left behind.
Yeah, she pointed out, car seats, strollers, diaper bags were right there untouched.
Yeah.
And her anger, her worry, it was really about the thieves seeing Honey and Haven's little faces on that passport.
Oh, that's rough. Thinking about your kids' pictures in strangers' hands.
Yeah. And Honey, their daughter, she picked up on it too, asking, "Bad guys broke our windows and took Daddy's stuff." Sadie said she was so worried about Daddy's stuff. It's just heartbreaking, right, how that fear and violation just ripples outwards, even to the kids. It's not just about the adults.
It's such a clear example of how even, what seems like just property crime can really hit deep emotionally. But what's also really striking here is how the Huffs decided to handle it, how they coped.
Yeah, that part stood out.
They specifically used their faith to reframe it. Sadie actually called it an opportunity to show her their daughter our faith and what we believe about God and for us to be steady. She even said she probably would have been a lot more scared if the kids hadn't been there. Christian noticed she was being strong for them.
Putting on a brave face for the kids, yeah.
And then their prayers for the thieves. That was really something else. They prayed that the fear of God would fall upon them, that they'd literally be vomiting from guilt.
Wow, really specific.
Yeah. And that this guilt would lead them to repentance, maybe even prompting them to open Christian's Bible and start reading it and feel the fear of unbelief abate.
That's quite a response, turning it towards hoping for their repentance.
It's a fascinating way to process it, right?
Yeah.
Shifting from just being a victim to this almost redemptive hope for the perpetrators.
It really is a powerful way to deal with that kind of violation. But Sadie's experience, while so personal, it really does echo a much wider pattern we see when we look at other public figures.
Definitely.
So let's broaden out from this car break-in. Let's look at how other well-known people have faced similar, sometimes even more direct and frankly terrifying intrusions. This really shows the different levels of vulnerability.
Yeah, it does. Because you see a lot of incidents, break-ins that happen while the person is away, or at least not right there when it happens. It's kind of one category.
Right, the empty house scenario.
Exactly. Like Brad Pitt. His place in L.A. was hit in June 2025. 3 people seen climbing a fence, getting in through a window. He wasn't home.
Yeah.
Or Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, Valentine's Day 2025. Someone smashed glass, ransacked the house. They weren't home either, thankfully, nor were their daughters.
Still terrifying to come home to, though.
Oh, absolutely. And these cases, you see it again and again. Joe Burrow, the quarterback, his home burglarized in December 2024.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
His girlfriend found his bedroom ransacked, window shattered. Burrow himself said, "I feel like my privacy has been violated in more ways than one."
It's that feeling of your safe space being invaded.
That sense of sanctuary just gone.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Patrick and Brittany Mahomes, their place in Missouri, October 2024. Travis Kelce, similar thing. Backdoor damaged, cash stolen like a day later. Even royalty Prince William and Kate Middleton. October 2024, someone broke onto the Windsor Castle grounds, stole vehicles from a farm building. Didn't get to their actual cottage, but still.
Still unsettlingly close.
Right, and it goes back years. Taylor Swift in 2019, a guy climbed onto her balcony in New York, used a brick to break a window. He got jail time for that.
God, using a brick. Then you have cases involving significant theft. David Spade, back in 2017, lost about $80,000 worth of stuff from his place in Beverly Hills. Cash, jewelry, and his mother's wedding band.
Oh, see, that's the stuff that hits different, isn't it? The sentimental items.
Absolutely. That's where it goes beyond money.
Yeah.
Losing his mom's wedding band. That's not just jewelry. It's like stealing a piece of family history, a memory. That violation cuts deeper.
Yeah, totally.
Hillary Duff, same year, 2017. Her L.A. home broken into while she was away on vacation with her son. Her rep emphasized she was just thankful that her family, her staff, her home, and her pets are all safe. Focus on safety over stuff.
Right. The priorities shift fast.
Nicki Minaj, also 2017, around $175,000 in jewelry and other items taken from her Beverly Hills home while she was out of town. Mariah Carey, same year, $50,000 worth of handbags and sunglasses gone from her L.A. place. Kendall Jenner, 2017 again, $200,000 worth of stuff stolen. Julianne Moore, 2012 NYC apartment hit while she was filming, $127,000 in jewelry gone.
It's just relentless, a constant worry, it seems.
And sometimes, terrifyingly, it happens when people are home. Remember the Beckhams? David and Victoria. Came out later, but their London mansion was robbed back in 2022 while they were actually inside with their daughter Harper.
Okay, wait. While they were home? That's a whole different level.
Exactly. Because property theft, while awful, is one thing. But a direct confrontation, or just knowing someone was in your space while you were there, that ramps up the terror significantly.
Yeah, no kidding. So this next category of incidents, it gets into that really frightening territory, right? Direct encounters.
It really does. We're moving from things being stolen to genuinely scary personal confrontations. Take Kristen Cavallari. In 2020, she's in the Bahamas with her kids.
Okay.
She wakes up, sees a man crawling on my bedroom floor, wearing a ski mask, all black clothes.
Oh my God, in her bedroom?
In her bedroom. She actually confronted him,
Yeah.
yelled, "What the FK are you doing?"
Wow.
And the kicker, she found out later he was an HVAC technician, someone who'd been there earlier for a repair.
No. The repair guy. That's horrifying. The betrayal of trust, too.
Exactly. It's just chilling. The person you let into your home, invading your most private space like that.
That's absolutely terrifying. And sometimes these confrontations, they get even more violent.
Unfortunately, yes. Macklemore's family just recently, June 2025, their nanny reported two men coming in through a patio door after midnight, sprayed her with bear mace.
Bear mace inside the house.
Inside the house, before stealing clothes, jewelry, shoes, and then think back to Rita Ora in 2016, burglars got into her place in London. There's actually a police call recording where you can hear her yelling at them, "Don't fucking come up these stairs. I will FK you up, you fucking hear me."
Whoa, she fought back verbally.
She did, fiercely. But they still managed to steal almost $300,000 worth of stuff, jewelry, clothes, phones, computers. So these incidents, it's not just about losing things anymore. It's physical threats, direct danger, and the psychological impact that lasts.
The sheer nerve of some of these people is just...
Wow. And speaking of nerve, we kind of have to mention the infamous bling ring, right? Back in 2009.
Ah, yes, the bling ring.
Because that wasn't random. That felt very targeted. Audrina Patridge described coming home from a trip, her suitcase gone, laptop gone, everything just thrown off her bed.
Total violation of space.
And she goes into her closet. She's actually on the phone with her sister, opens her jewelry box, and just everything is gone. You can just imagine that feeling of disbelief, the violation.
Yeah, the bling ring, involving people like Alexis Haynes, Rachel Lee, Nick Prugo, and others, they really were the epitome of calculated crime against celebs.
They use schedules and stuff, right?
Pretty much. They track celebrities' movements, often through social media or news reports, to know when they'd be out of town. It was audacious. They hit Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Orlando Bloom.
A whole list. A whole list. And while the sentences varied, Lee got 4 years, served about 1.5. Pugo got 2, served 1. Haynes did 30 days. It showed this really brazen exploitation of public visibility. For them, being famous wasn't a shield. It was almost like a map.
So, okay, we've gone from Sadie's car break-in through all these home invasions, some empty, some terrifyingly occupied, and even organized rings targeting celebrities. When we pull all this together, what are the main things that jump out? What are the sort of aha moments from this deep dive?
I think there are a few key things that really stand out, and they all kind of humanize these events beyond the headlines.
Okay.
First, the emotional toll is undeniable and universal. The fear, the anger, that sense of violation, the worry about family. It doesn't matter if you're a reality star or an A-list actor. That feeling is deeply human.
Right. It cuts across fame and fortune.
Exactly. Second, you see some really unexpected resilience and coping strategies, like Sadie and Christian turning to their faith, finding a way to reframe something awful. It shows strength in surprising ways.
Yeah, that prayer was definitely surprising.
And third, it's often the small, specific details that make these stories so real and relatable. Christian's Bible being stolen, the shock as the intruder being the HVAC guy, the use of bear mace. These aren't just abstract crimes, they're vivid personal experiences.
Those details make it hit home, definitely.
So yeah, this deep dive hasn't just been about lifting stolen goods or recounting break-ins. It's shown us the human side of violation and recovery, from something as seemingly small as a car break-in, right up to terrifying home invasions. The emotional thread runs through all of them.
And it really forces us, I think, to grapple with this idea that nobody's immune. That vulnerability to crime, it's universal regardless of how public your life is or how much security you might seem to have.
Absolutely.
Which leaves us with a question for you, our listener, to maybe think about. In this world where so much about people is out there, online, everywhere, how do individuals, famous or not, navigate that tricky balance, the balance between having a public presence and just wanting that fundamental right to feel safe and secure in your own private space? How do we collectively manage that?